So the fourth point that I'd like to suggest is to always be organized. Now, organization is key, and I've mentioned this point obviously in many of my videos as well. And that basically means is to obviously physically, when you're physically here, to keep your room tidy, to keep your desk tidy, to keep the things around you tidy, to keep the bed tidy. Anything around you, wherever you're doing the work, always a good idea to pick things up, throw them in the dustbin when they're needed, wipe some things up, and just sit down, because that is going to bring such positive vibes into the room. And at the same time, when you get the positive vibes, you honestly feel so much more energetic, you feel so much more positive, and you feel good about things, and you feel positive. So there's like no like unnecessary negative thoughts coming in sometimes when you're doing work. So always a good idea to keep things clean, and at the same time, in that way, obviously have such a more creative mind, so you're obviously able to do the work so much more like beautifully and present it in a even more like nicer and clean way. So I think that is a really like important point, to always stay organized. Guys, so the fifth and the most important point that I would like to suggest is to take care of yourself. Now, this is such a simple point, and it's like, why am I bringing this up? Because people are not doing this enough. People are working for hours and hours, and they're not getting enough sleep, and that is crazy, because obviously the next day when you need to submit that thing, or you need to present something, or the biggest thing, when you have an exam, you're not going to be able to stay enough active to be able to get things done and to write even more like efficient and like better answers, that obviously which is expected of you to do, which was obviously expected when you were like revising for your exam. So obviously that's a flop. So it is a really good idea to take care of yourself, keep track of how well, and how well you're eating, how well you're sleeping, and at the same time getting enough breaks so that you're refreshed, and obviously in that exact same focused mindset that like you were like before, to get things done properly. And in that way, 80-90% of the time you'll be able to get things done, because self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Okay guys, this was it. I really hope you guys like my video. Now please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and also follow my Insta and TikTok, which is ashwaves24, and let me know in the comments how your journey is going on certain things, whether it's affirmations, whether it's journaling, whether it's any app you're currently using, and if you're already using the app, how do you like it, least preferred to most preferred, and how can you make it to the top notch? So obviously the people and students who are like new to this obviously will find it really helpful. And thank you so much for watching once again.